Hello, Tara. How are you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I've got fur everywhere.
You got floofy.
Yeah, come here. Come here, see Tara. Come on. Come on, you big,
Come see me, Grady. I don't have a kitty right now.
come on, you big, great big goofball. Come on up. Up, 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 up. There he is.
Oh,
Oh,
floofy.
there you go.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for your kind words. Miracle left us last week, poor thing. But it was the right thing to do. And we're gonna adopt two little kittens from a shelter who we're very excited about. So because
Two.
we made it like 3 days and we're like, this house needs a cat. Like we're losing it. We can't, we're not cat free people. So we're getting two little sisters. They're very, very sweet.
So for all of you people who were bitching on YouTube about the fact that we brought cats on the show, now we're gonna have three.
Fuck yeah. We're doubling down.
Now we're gonna have three cats.
You wanted less cats? We're getting more cats, bitches. And they're like this big. And they fight and beat each other up, and they don't like real fight. They like play fight where they just roll around and,
Grady, do you want me to put you down?
And I mean, if you follow me on Instagram at all, you'll know I took constant pictures and videos of a cat that didn't really do anything because she was old. She pretty much slept and walked around meowing. So, like, kittens that actually do stuff, it's going to be insufferable.
Do you I'm gonna
I
have
still
to
miss our little baby, though. Like, we still look for her around the house, you know?
I'm gonna have to put you down.
No, you don't.
I can't do the bit like this.
Sure, you can.
No, I can't. Need both hands.
Adapt. Kitty cares not for your
He's
problem.
so heavy. He's 9 months old. He's so heavy now.
Do you know how much he weighs?
I haven't had him. I guess when next time we take him back to the vet, we'll have him. But he is not a light animal. Oh, and he's not done growing yet.
I enjoyed the gif of him whapping you in the face with his tail very much.
That was. He's decided that he likes. Okay, now what? He's decided what?
Just plop him up there for the bit. There you go.
He won't stay. He won't stay. He's a cat. He will not stay where he's supposed to be. If he's not supposed to be up here where he's been climbing, that's where he's going to be. That's how cats work.
Yeah, cat logic is basically because fuck you, that's why.
Besides, he's eating right now.
Fuck you, I do what I want.
Yeah. So, well, we are back
The,
this.
the kittens do have names. They're going to be Peggy and Dottie because I'm a ridiculous Agent Carter fan.
You were looking at getting a boy and a brother and sister and naming them Peggy and Steve.
No, they were going to be Cap and Peggy.
Cap and Peggy. Yeah, until I pointed out to you, that's a little creepy.
Dan pointed that out too, and I think you're both wrong because the cats were going to be fixed anyway. I don't really know what all the problem was. It's not like I was naming them Jamie and Cersei.
Which that was Dan's suggestion, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Cap and Peggy would have been fine. It's not like Cap and Peggy ever fucked, is it? But whatever, we're getting two girls, so now they're Peggy and Dottie. So everybody can calm down. And we have net split.
Yeah. Oh, IRC. I'd say never change, but you never do. All right. Well, now it is time for us to do the nonsense. Let me get the intro queued up here, which I should have done, but I didn't because I had an armload of fucking white shed the fuck everywhere fucking fur. You little furry shit. Anyway.
He's not a little any kind of shit.
No, he's not. He's very large. Each week, Catherine goes out in the worldwide interwebs, finds all sorts of horrible shit, brings it back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck Is Wrong With You? And this week, we start with a story. Anyone who has ever rented anywhere has not always great feelings about the people you're renting from, especially if you're renting from a company. Not just like a landlord, but one of those little apartment.
I was going to say we rent, but our landlord is lovely.
You got like a person, a singular I can talk to you. I'm talking about one of these apartment communities or these
Yeah.
these companies that hold like a bunch of different properties. They give fewer than no shits, if that was even possible. And in this case, this is stepping up the bullshit you can put up with dealing from whatever communities to a whole new level. It comes to us from Utah, Salt Lake City. Tenants irked after apartment firm demanded Facebook likes. And when they say demanded, they're not kidding. Residents at the City Parks apartment complex in Salt Lake City complained to local news service KSL when they found contract addenda taped to their doors. It required tenants to like City Park Apartments on Facebook.
Required?
Required.
What if you don't have Facebook?
It was required.
What if you don't use Facebook?
Exactly. This says on Yelp and apartment ratings, however, many users left further critical remarks. How now you are required to like their Facebook page, or is it a breaching contract? Are you serious? That's from one of the people there. So yeah, people woke up and they found these notices taped to their doors that they had to sign. That not only required people to like the apartment complex on Facebook. Not only that, but it required them to allow the apartment complex to make use of their photos for advertising.
No.
Yeah. So people went to lawyers and went to the news companies and the apartment complex. Well, we didn't mean it like that. We didn't. No. You don't have to sign it. We didn't mean it. It was a draft. That was a draft of the no. Just go away, please. We didn't.
See, I had like the thinly veiled racism condo board in my old condo I used to live in. It started out as like a senior community, but then they opened the building, and Danbury has a large Indian population, and a lot of Indian families moved in, and the old white condo board did not like this. So they started sending out memos with like obviously targeted rules. Like the Indian families would take their kids down to the pool. No one ever made any trouble. There were always like 2 kids to 1 adult, and the kids were always well behaved. Like they took their kids to the pool, but the kids made noise like children make in the pool. So they passed a rule that children can only be in the pool from 1 to 4 every day. They passed a rule that no one was allowed to cook anything with a strong smell.
But this actually goes beyond that. This is
like, we want to use your private data. Like, that was bad. This is way worse.
And requiring people to like their shit on Facebook.
Yeah. I could get, we encourage you to like the page because we're going to put updates there.
Yeah.
But we get to use all your photos?
Yeah, it's like, did they even talk to anyone in the legal department before they tried this shit and they started taping shit to people's doors and scaring the fuck out of everybody?
Yeah.
For another thing, it's fucking Facebook. I'm sorry to say this. It's not going to be there for fucking ever.
Look at MySpace.
Facebook is huge, but really nothing lasts forever.
LiveJournal. Remember when you couldn't fucking exist without a LiveJournal?
Oh god, fucking LiveJournal. LiveJournal drama.
LiveJournal anymore.
LiveJournal drama was the worst fucking drama.
It was the best.
No, it wasn't.
It's LiveJournal drama. LiveJournal drama was some fun shit.
So yeah, they hastily, after the news agencies and lawyers started getting involved, they hastily backpedaled like a motherfucker. Unfortunately, you know what they did? Streisand effect.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what the Streisand effect is?
No. Is it like the opposite of Godwin's law?
How? You are on the internet.
I don't. that doesn't mean I know everything about the internet.
Okay.
There are things on the internet I don't know about, I'm sure.
The short version.
I don't know how to get to the deep web and buy drugs.
The short version. Barbara Streisand was very pissed that Google Maps and other overhead satellite places could take pictures of her house. So she tried to sue to get her pictures of her house removed from the internet. And because she did that, everyone immediately went out and got pictures of her house off the internet and put them everywhere.
Ah.
And it came to be dubbed the Streisand effect. When you try to do something on the internet and you have the exact opposite of your
Didn't
intent.
that happen to Beyonce too?
Yes.
Because there were a couple of really just unflattering pictures taken during her Super Bowl performance a few years back, and she just didn't like them and she wanted them taken down, and so everybody spammed them.
Yeah. So in this
Never
case,
tell the internet you don't like something, because they'll just make it worse.
So in this case, they told everyone to like their page, and people went on the page and started leaving shitty reviews.
I'm trying to figure out what
star
the
rating.
goal was here, though.
Someone probably, some older person who did not understand interwebs decided, hey, them kids use the face tubes. Let us plug our advertisement into the face tubes and get more advertisements, and money will fall out of the computer.
What was the goal behind requiring it? Like, that's not how a contract works. Like, once you've signed a contract, you can't just add shit to it.
Au contraire, have you ever had a cell phone before?
I'm talking like a lease. You can't just write something on there in pencil and be like, no, I was always there. That's not how that works.
The face tubes. Yes, Chris. Have you been on the face tubes? It's the newest thing. It's
The facey tubes and the Tweety spaces.
Very modern. Let's move along. You weren't here last week, but we had a wonderful story about someone who. Well, no, you were. You might have been. You were in the channel, maybe.
I was watching, and Luke saved the day. He was awesome.
Yeah, we had a story about a woman, a good Samaritan, who was absolutely idiotic, decided to try to save a baby deer by taking the baby deer to the police.
Yeah.
Which
is still not as bad as the people that tried to save the baby buffalo and
got it killed. Yeah.
Euthanized.
But I still don't understand how the police were supposed to help. But, well, at least I can say that lady, good heart. Dumb head, good heart.
She meant well.
This one didn't.
Oh.
Woman caught young deer, tried to sell it online. Upland, California. Authorities say a Northern California woman was arrested after she scooped up a fawn from a rural road and attempted to sell the animal on Craigslist. San Francisco Chronicle reports Thursday that 28-year-old Lacey Jean David of Ukiah posted the ad Tuesday asking $300 for the baby deer. She posted a photo with the ad. State game warden set up a sting to meet her and buy the deer. Says she picked up the creature in Mendocino County. It is illegal to pick up a fawn and sell it online.
Are deer rare in California?
No, but you can't just walk out into the woods and pick up the wildlife and start selling that shit.
Well, no, but my point is, here in New Jersey,
they're everywhere. Yeah.
You can't go 10 feet without running into fucking Bambi. So no idiot's going to pay $300 for what's already in your backyard. That's my question. Like, is there a reason she thought she'd get $300 for a deer? Because here they're not especially rare.
Craigslist, I don't know.
Like somebody would pay you to get them out of their yard because they eat all your plants.
And it's I can understand. You go into the woods, you pick mushrooms or something. You pick like.
She just wanted to make a quick buck. Well done. Who was that? Great eye warp. Well done.
You pick like blackberries out. It's fine. But not everything in nature
should go home with you.
It's not free. It's not like, oh, this is mine now. No, that's not how it works.
Well, and not all of it should.
No.
there was a picture going around the St. Louis area of a mountain lion that was like asleep on somebody's porch. And I showed it to Dan and I was like, this is the kind of kitty I want. And he's like, no.
No.
I'm like, but nobody would rob our house. No. You can't take all the nature home.
And part of
Some
it is...
of it should stay in nature.
Part of the nature, when you bring it back, you don't just bring back the aminal, you bring back all the wonderful parasites and diseases that aminal...
All the new germs to which you've exposed it that it was not prepared for.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Lyme disease?
Mm.
You get
Oh,
that
I was thinking the animal.
No, I was thinking...
Yeah, you bring all that into your home, but you also expose that animal to all kinds of stuff they're not prepared for.
You get the Lyme disease from deer ticks.
Yes.
You cannot just go and no, you don't, and then put the shit on Craigslist. Like, this is fine.
Also, how did you even get it home? Like, deer aren't just going to calmly sit in the back of your car. Like,
No,
how did you even accomplish this?
Well, it was a baby, so it was probably scared out of its fucking mind.
True. But when they're scared, they try to run. And
Yeah, I'm
they
pretty...
have little clubs on the bottom of their feet.
I'm pretty sure that the deer did not like the SUV.
No.
Deer do not like SUVs. They're not a fan of them. You're never going to see a deer out in the wilderness just sitting around in a Hummer. It's never going to
And
happen.
the thing is, I'm pretty convinced that deer, they have like a mafia.
Oh,
My ex-husband hit a deer with his car at one point, and I swear to you, every time I was driving that car for years, a deer would run out on the road, and like, there but by the grace of God, did I not hit another deer in that car? Like, they were coming for that fucking green Saturn. They were coming for it. They know, and they will fuck you up. Don't mess with the deer. They look all sweet and cute. No, Bambi and little white spots on his butt. They will fuck you right up. And eat all your flowers, unless you plant mint, which deters them.
Let's move along to another incomprehensible crime. This one really is just freaking... I do not know what the fuck happened here, and I have no explanation except to say it's Florida.
I mean, do you need more explanation than that?
Clearwater police, man with prosthetic leg walks off with giant tire.
I don't know what those things have to do with each other.
A massive tractor tire was stolen from a Clearwater fitness facility. Normally, the object was the most surprising part of the case. A man with a prosthetic leg was seen on surveillance video rolling the giant tire away. Police say there's no chance it was a misunderstanding. In the video, the man with the prosthetic leg is seen cutting cables and locks before he makes off with it. He rolls the tire to his vehicle, loads it, and drives away.
I'm a little annoyed.
Why?
That they keep pointing out the prosthetic leg because it has nothing to do with the story. And why could, like, the point of a prosthetic leg is so that you can walk. So that just means it's working. It's doing its job. So why are we pointing it out? It's not like he put the tire on his prosthetic leg to carry it.
It's just this weird confluence of shit.
Not really.
No.
Dude stole a tire. That's weird enough.
Why was there a giant tire on a fitness club?
Oh, because fucking CrossFit douchebags. You haven't seen that? They flipped them. They flipped them from one side of the room to the other. Instead, you can't just lift weights anymore. That's like so yesterday. Now you have to like do this with ropes. I don't even know what that accomplishes. And you have to like flip giant tires over and over and over. And I'm not sure why, but that's what they do.
All right. Well, that's the one thing. The next is, why steal the tire, which is obviously not a functional tire?
So he can do his CrossFit at home.
And the guy stealing it happens. It's like, this is like the what was it? The Fugitive, the one-armed man. Oh, now it's the one-legged man with the fucking tire. What the fuck happened here?
I mean, I guess aside from it being an identifying feature, if they're looking for this person,
they
I
still
just don't see
are.
what it
Yes.
has to do with the story. It seems kind of tacky to make that part of the headline.
By the way, to our viewers in Florida, they still ain't got this guy. If you have any information, you should contact the Clearwater police because there's a man with a tire. Would you be like,
diabetic person steals tire, it's not germane to the point.
Well, no.
Unless they had sugar sweats at the time.
I don't think diabetic is an identifiable trait.
It's a bad example, but you know what I'm saying. Like, unless he actually put the tire on his leg and used it like a hobo sack, I don't understand how it's relevant, is what I'm saying. Unless it was part of some fucking Rocket Raccoon level plan.
They need that guy's leg.
Then I don't necessarily.
Josh, is that the tire that took his leg?
Maybe it's revenge hit.
Why would you do? What possible value could a decorative tire?
Maybe
of all the fucking
this
things
is his workout.
Of all the fucking things.
Although he's doing it wrong. You're not supposed to roll it. You're supposed to flip it over end to end.
Of all the fucking things to steal. Of all the goddamn. True, fair enough. To be fair, I have been in Clearwater. There's not a lot there.
Isn't that where the big Scientology jail is?
Yes, it is.
Like where Scientology disappears people to when they're bad?
There is a scary amount of Scientology in Tampa. A scary amount. It is weird. I don't get it, but it is. But why the tire? Why the fucking tire? Why the fucking tire?
He's just getting his workout in.
Next to something just as incomprehensible. There's a lot of just incongruous, weird bullshit this week. This one.
That guy saw rubber a lot and kept getting nightmares. This was his therapy. That's a great movie. Sorry, go on.
This one comes to us from Pennsylvania. Motherfucker. Man who gave alcohol to Amish shouted Rumspringa before TUI crash.
Well, of course, he's got the official douche haircut and he's wearing a polo.
Oh, and the earring. Check the earrings. Got that too. A Nottingham man will serve at least a month in prison for a bizarre DUI incident last year when he gave alcohol to Amish juveniles, then yelled Rumspringa while causing a collision with a horse-drawn buggy. Thomas Candler Feltz, 25, was sentenced Tuesday in Lancaster County Court after pleading guilty to misdemeanor count of DUI and furnishing alcohol to minors. Feltz had no prior record. The August 30 incident started early morning at a Turkey Hill store at Buck, where a group of Amish boys were with a horse-drawn buggy. A man later identified as Candler Feltz pulled into the parking lot, began talking to the group, which include juveniles, about Rumspringa. Now, if you don't know anything about the Amish, this is the tradition where the Amish youth are allowed to go out into the English world. That's what they call us. We're the English. I'm not English, but that's what they call us. They're allowed to go out into the English world for, what is it, a year or something?
Something like that. And figure out if they want to go back.
And when you're off on Rumspringa, you can fuck and drink.
Yeah,
and
all bets are off.
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
If you choose to come back, you go back to the Amish way of life. If you choose not to come back, you are a dirty sinner like the rest of us.
Right. And I've noticed in popular culture and just among people, there's like this fetishization of Rumspringa. Yeah. It's weird. Anyway.
Well, think about it. It's the pollution of the innocent, you know? We love that shit.
Candler Phelps showed the group his pistol and provided them cans of beer. Phelps then drove away in a red Dodge, and the Amish group left in a buggy. Later, Candler Phelps passed the buggy, screamed, Rumspringa! Then stopped his vehicle abruptly, causing the buggy to strike the back of the Dodge. No one was hurt. Phelps then asked the Amish group where his pistol was. Blood alcohol was 0.126%. The legal state limit for drivers is 0.08.
Yeah, that's a little high.
That's a little high.
Here's the thing. Don't fuck with the Amish.
No.
One, because they're not looking to hurt anybody. They just want to be left alone. Two, they're the only people left in America who know how to do shit. So when the Trump apocalypse comes, we're going to need them to survive. Because we're all fat and lazy and count on going down to the Walmart for shit. They know how to do shit.
Did you see the Trump campaign was trying to coordinate with a pack, an Amish pack, They were trying to
Yeah.
make an Amish pact to get Amish people to come out and vote for Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amish don't vote. They don't vote.
They don't. They think that they don't get involved.
Amish don't
'Cause they
vote,
do
you
their own
idiot.
thing.
Amish don't fucking vote.
But we're gonna need them.
They're-
I mean, Trump apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, whatever horrible fate is ready to befall us, we're gonna need them because they're the only ones who still know how to do shit. Also, they don't bother anybody. They just want to do their thing and be Amish and build houses and not use the internet. Like, leave them alone.
it's just so douchey, though.
Yeah. I mean, well, look at him.
Is that like the only
He's a fucking douche in the dictionary.
He
There's a
does.
picture of this asshole.
I think the problem here is Rumspringa may have been the only Amish-related term he actually knew.
Probably. I mean, he's still got a fucking faux hawk in 2016.
It's like if you learn like one word of the language. It's like if I were running around Paris just screaming "Bibliothèque, bibliothèque, bibliothèque," people, you know.
Oui, oui, baguette, croissant. That's what he was doing to the Amish.
Omelette du fromage. That's what he was doing. Yeah. Oh, you fucking chode. Anyway, let's move. Oh, we got another fucking god. It's just chodes all the way down this week. This you're.
Is it usually not? Have you done this show before?
I have, but
Our show's kind of chodes are us. Like, if not for chodes, we'd be out of business.
It's from Arizona. Attorney disbarred for allegedly soliciting nude photos as payment. See? Phoenix. An attorney has been disbarred from the State Bar Association of Arizona for allegedly soliciting nude photos as a form of payment from a prospective client. Attorney Jeffrey D. Moffitt of Lancaster, California, was disbarred in April. During many of his pleadings, Moffitt asserted that he only sought a nude photo of his prospective client to buy time for payment, or that he was simply exercising his freedom of speech.
Not how it works. Not what that's for.
Not even remotely related to...
Freedom of speech definitely doesn't cover demanding nudes.
It's better.
I mean, yes, technically you are allowed to say, I want nudes. It doesn't mean you have to get them or that you can't be fucking publicly shamed for it.
It is better. In addition to the nude photo, he's reportedly asked his prospective client to commit a criminal offense by soliciting a surrogate for him to have sexual relations with. So he's
You're
like,
a lawyer. You can't get your own hookers?
so
You're a defense attorney. You've probably met hookers.
it's first he tried to be like, okay, show me your tits. No. Well, can you get someone else to suck my dick? No. I'll take it off your bills. No.
I have no jokes. I just want to punch him.
This is okay. Better Call Saul is not a how-to manual.
But Saul didn't do this.
No, you're right. Oh my God, it's fucked
This
up.
is beneath Saul.
It's fucked up when the meth laundering, the drug money laundering lawyer is more respectable than this cocksore.
Yep.
I was, my motherfucker, this fucking guy. Oh, we got to get the big, everybody needs to see this guy's picture. Here we go. There's his picture. Oh, look at him.
Kind of looks like Robert Duvall.
A little bit. Looks kind of all respectable and shit in his nice suit and whatnot. He's like, just imagine if you're sitting in his office and all of a sudden he's like, so, Matty Verbill, tits are getting the fuck out. No.
He looks like if Robert Duvall and Carl Malden got tossed in a blender.
It's a little bit of a...
These kids are too young to know who Carl Malden is, though.
Oh, they know. They know everything. They have Wikipedia.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Google Carl Malden.
Damn kids.
You'll figure it out. You know what? I'm kind of relieved at our last story this week because as horrific as this shit is, this kind of makes sense. Honestly, I have a good career path for us. You know those people who used to come to your school and be like, "Don't do drugs," and they would put on like these great big elaborate productions and like little skits and plays to try and get you to not do drugs. They just need us to come and tell them these stories.
All I needed was my mom. She worked in a methadone clinic as a social worker.
Well, just
a couple days meeting my mom at work for lunch. I'm good.
Here is a wonderful don't do drugs. Collegian dove naked into garbage truck.
They should have us do those talks, though.
Naked collegian, apparently high on PCP, jumped into the hopper of a garbage truck and fought with cops trying to extract him.
Wasn't high on PCP the go-to masquerade cover-up at every LARP you ever played?
Yeah, it was. It was how we used to explain
whenever the Brujah crushed up every truck on a street or something.
Whenever humans saw vampires do something impossible, we'd put out like this fake news
they were
story.
high on PCP. Also, we were filming a movie.
Yeah. Benjamin Abel, a 22-year-old University of Georgia senior, was arrested last Sunday morning after police had to tase him twice during a scuffle. When Abel was finally detained, he was drenched in a slippery, malodorous liquid that had pooled inside the truck's hopper.
Oh, God, the garbage sludge?
Yes.
Oh.
An officer spotted Abel running naked down a downtown Athens street around 2:30 a.m. The student then dove into the back of a city sanitation truck.
Has never been a better message for don't do drugs than you will wind up naked and covered in garbage sludge.
Upon reaching the truck, the cop spotted Abel laying in the contents of the hopper.
But that's true.
Which consisted of bags of garbage and about 6 inches deep of dirty, foul liquid seeping from the bags.
I'm going to be sick.
Abel, pictured above, appeared unconcerned that he was basting in the juice.
Basting, really?
The student had, quote, a dazed look on his face and his eyes were completely dilated. Investigator immediately recognized possible manifestation of PCP impairment. Officers struggled with the slick student who sought to burrow into the hopper. Police, worried that he'd get lodged in a space they could not reach, succeeded in placing a handcuff on one of his wrists and began to yank him out. When Abel punched and kicked officers, cop tased him to little effect. He was then pulled from the garbage truck, pinned to the ground by 4 officers. The 5'11".
I respect the fuck out of these cops because I would have been like, you know what? You're on your own.
You're on your own. We'll let this one go.
We're just gonna let it slide.
Protect and serve. Not covered in this.
I do not get paid enough for garbage sludge. Hell no.
The 5'11", 160-pound Abel was still thrashing and fighting with an abnormal strength and was tased a second time. On his LinkedIn page, Abel described himself as, quote, a persistent entrepreneur who embraces each failure as a valuable gain of wisdom.
Well, he has gained some valuable wisdom here.
Yep, and likely some valuable diseases. You should get to the CDC.
Yeah.
They should test you for all the diseases.
And a smell that's not going away anytime soon, probably.
Oh my God.
But Nash, you saw the movie. Did you ever see the movie The Girl Next Door?
No, actually I didn't.
It's a really dumb movie, but this dorky kid has like a porn star moving to the house next door to him. And he ends up dating her because, of course he does. And what they end up doing at the end of the movie is she gets all her porn star friends and he and his friends and the porn stars make like the coolest sex ed vid ever. And they sell it and he pays his way through college that way. We should make the coolest anti-drug video ever.
Just with all the news stories.
Yes.
All the things
just be like, look, we know what you've been told. Like, just say no. Crack is whack.
Yeah.
All that stupid shit. We're here to tell you why you don't want to do drugs because you're going to wind up naked and covered in garbage sludge.
Yep.
And dancing on your ex-girlfriend's car in the middle of the night. Like, we're going to give you the fucking lowdown on why you don't do fucking drugs.
It's not a matter of scaring them straight. It's like, do you want to be a fucking numbnut?
Right.
Do you really want to be? It might look like fun. Besides, we've got two really good woods. We've got the beer and we've got the pot. And the pot is about to be legal everywhere.
Yeah.
So just get a little older, smoke, drink, enjoy the fuck out of yourself, and don't be naked in a garbage truck.
Do your very best to not be naked in a garbage truck.
You know what? They aren't the best drugs.
That's commencement speech level advice. There.
Right. Don't be naked in a garbage truck.
Wear sunscreen. We should add that to that song.
Some drugs they're not as fun as you think they are. No?
We should totally do that video. We'll make a mint. I mean, we'll have to keep the language down, which will be hard for both of us.
I'll just have a little bleep, beep, 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 beep. It'll sound like fucking Morse.
It's going to be like when they play a DMX song on the radio. Like a third of it's going to be bleeps.
But it's going to be
no
like
fucking words.
It's going to be like Morse code. It's going to be like beep, 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 PCP, beep, 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 beep.
Naked.
Beep, 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 beep.
Lobster.
Oh, yeah. The first thing we've learned tonight is, kids, some of the drugs might sound really fun, but you'll end up naked in a garbage truck.
Yeah.
With the police, and those are not going to be happy police.
They're not going to, no. They're not going to be nice to you when they finally end. And their car is going to stink.
Oh, you are not going to have a fun time with the policeman.
No.
The policeman is not your friend at this point.
No, they are not going to enjoy you at all.
You have made him very sad. We've learned, leave the Amish alone. We're going to need them soon.
We are. We really are. And we want to be on their good side.
Yes, don't fuck with the Amish if you want us all to survive. It's because can you fucking plow a field? I can't fucking plow a field.
Can you milk anything? Besides a need for attention?
Oh.
Can you raise a barn wall?
Oh. No, I can't.
raised a house wall once. I did Habitat for Humanity. But I couldn't do it on command. If you called upon me to do it now, no. Can you make butter?
Yeah, if you don't know how to fucking make butter, leave the fucking Amish alone.
Turn wheat that came out of the ground into something you can make bread out of.
Right.
We need them.
We have learned people will steal abso-fucking-lutely anything. Any fucking thing. People will steal it. Even if it's the most worthless goddamn thing, people will steal it.
How did he get away with the giant tire?
He put it in his car and he drove off.
Nobody caught him? He was
Nope.
rolling a giant tire. He couldn't have been going that fast.
Well, that's the thing about no one expects people to steal a giant tire. People saw him do it and probably thought, oh, that's his tire. Because why else would he be rolling it? It's not like he stole
he
it.
put the giant tire into his car that was currently not on giant tires.
Well, Tara, it's not like he stole it. I mean, who would steal a giant tire?
Or the people at the gym who knew it belonged to the gym?
But I think maybe they were just like, well, that can't be ours, because who would steal a giant tire? We've learned that when you are a legal professional, ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law. You know the law. You just and tits are get the fuck out. You know the law.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Carl Malden.
Shiny new Cialis prescription, also not an excuse for breaking the law.
No, it is not. No, it is not. We've learned that leave nature in nature. Just leave it. Do you have some sort of biology degree to study the nature? Do you have a license? Are you with Fish and Wildlife? No, leave the nature in the nature.
Yeah.
Don't. It's not like this is not like an untapped market for Craigslist.
Just leave the Amish alone. Leave the nature alone.
This is not like your new disruptive technology. Okay, it's not like I go out and I steal deer and I sell them on the internet. No, it's like Uber for deer. No, it's not how that works.
What would that business model be like? Like
pretty much like the Uber business model, which is just fucking.
What are the deer gonna do for you? Exactly?
I don't know. And finally, we have learned your desperate attempts to get people to like shit on Facebook do not seem any less desperate to people you try to get to like your shit on Facebook.
No. They're no less desperate when you're actually in a position of power.
Yeah. You cannot make people sign away their Facebook shit for the fucking no, fuck you. They're gonna go to a lawyer. You're gonna oh no, I didn't really mean that. I'm sorry. No, just pretend like this never no, we're fine. We're fine. You fucking morons.
You are the worst.
Isn't that right, Grady?
Grady.
Grady, come on. Come over here.
What's he doing?
He's sleeping. We're gonna bother the cat. Come on. Come on, Sleepy. Come on.
What? What do you want?
It's not like you don't get enough sleep.
That's exactly what it's like. I've only had like 16 hours sleep today, man. I'm fucking exhausted.
Look at you. Oh, come here.
I'm so tired.
Come here. Ugh.
I'm so tired.
He's so heavy. He's not overweight. I mean, you can see. Look at him. Look.
No, he's a particularly massive breed.
He's not overweight. He's not a fat kitty.
He's so just annoyed right now.
Gigantic. Look at how big he is.
Our kitties aren't even a full pound yet, I don't think.
You are just you're just an enormous little thing.
Like they're at that place where they can't really fully meow. They just make that little tiny squeaking sound. They just go.
Grady heard that and he's confused now. Look at him.
I can see him like, the fuck?